Letters on my hat, Old English D for me. It's your boy Crypto Blood. Welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. It is May 25th, 2018. Memorial Day weekend is approaching. Hope you guys are doing well today. I want to give a shout out to my man Brian K. Jordan. He wanted me to play this game, Old English. This is a classic right here. What's good, people? We got a few things we're going to be talking about today. One being a controversial topic going on right now in the EOS community over a potential bug that could possibly halt the launch of the Mainnet, or at least that's what's being discussed within the community. We got a guy out of Canada saying it's all good, no need to do that. We'll take a look at all of that. Also, today we have new prediction from John McAfee saying Bitcoin will be at 15,000 by June, end of June, I think, by next month. So end of June. You know, every time I see these types of predictions, I really laugh pretty hard because nobody can predict where the price of Bitcoin or any asset will be in a month. They may get lucky and get the right number, but no one knows, because essentially you would need to know all market information possible to know exactly where the price will go. On top of that, you would need to know the future and see any fundamental news that may be in the way or not be there to allow the price to get to 15K. So don't listen to anybody that tells you Bitcoin will be at this price by this day. It's just impossible to know. This guy McAfee, man, he ain't gonna have a dick or an arm by the time all these bets come down. He's gonna have to cannibalize his whole body with all these predictions. But we'll take a look at that. Should be some entertainment for you guys. Market cap is currently at $330 billion. Man, we're getting close to under 300 billion. This is insane. Crazy that we're seeing this. Bitcoin dominance is at 38.43%. Sea of red again. Looks like we're taking another leg down. Let's take a look at this chart and see how we're looking here. So we're bouncing off that line, guys. It's a critical time right now. I'm praying that we keep this line right here, 7,300. We tried to make a rally off of it and just couldn't do it. So again, this is a critical level. If we can't hold this, we're heading towards 66, most likely, people. So that's kind of from a technical standpoint where we are in the markets today. So let's take a look at the first article. John McAfee, man, this guy is an interesting person. John McAfee boldly predicts, and this is out of Crypto Globe, that Bitcoin will surpass 15,000 next month. Says here, according to a statement made on Twitter, John McAfee has made strong predictions that Bitcoin will excel beyond the $15,000 range by June. So by June means June 1st. And again, we know for damn sure that ain't happening. While these are short-term predictions, McAfee remains a strong source on cryptocurrency valuations and their performance. Not to me. In his statement, McAfee states that this is a special time and rarely makes short-term predictions on investment areas. He says, "I seldom make short-term predictions because they are frequently meaningless and they encourage short-term investors, which in turn encourages mediocrity. But this is a special time." Well, buddy, I think this one is also meaningless as well. The reliability of McAfee's predictions is maintained by his algorithms, which, according to him, have never been wrong. That's retarded. McAfee has notably also predicted that Bitcoin's price will hit $1 million by 2020. I'm going to add in there, if it doesn't, he's going to eat his dick. That's what he said. That's what he said. If McAfee is correct, Bitcoin's price is set to more than double in little time, as the flagship cryptocurrency is currently trading at 7,400, according to data from Crypto Compare. So this is kind of the whole McAfee short-term prediction, and I'll let you guys read that on your own. But it says here, along with Bitcoin, the eccentric cybersecurity pioneer expects altcoins to make substantial gains between June and August, with Bitcoin Private, a merged fork of Bitcoin with Zcash, surpassing 200, and EOS surging to reach $32 by the end of July. It's worth noting that the crypto security pioneer, as covered by Crypto Globe, has in the past revealed he is bullish on Bitcoin private. As he stated, the cryptocurrency is set to replace Monero as the #1 cryptocurrency being used on the dark web. Not sure why he feels that way. The eccentric millionaire has pumped various cryptocurrencies in the past, with Verge surging after he claimed to be more bullish on it than Zcash or Monero. It's worth noting he also pumped various cryptocurrencies after being paid to do so, as he was running a service that charged $105,000 per tweet. Man, oh man. So here's the thing. Here's my 2 Satoshis on that. You can never predict boldly when a price of an asset is going to be somewhere. You can make projections. You can say, you can give ranges, but for you to say by June we're going to be at this price is absurd. You need to, in order to make that, as I stated at the beginning of this video, you have to have all information available in the market to ascertain where a price of a currency will be. And even having all of that information, you don't know what external fundamental news may come in and change the whole direction of the market. So never listen to anyone telling you where Bitcoin will be on X date. Ranges are cool. By the end of the year, you can maybe have a range and say, I think by 2018, end of 2018, Bitcoin will be at 15, 16,000 to 20,000. But no one knows. That's what makes a market. So you guys let me know what you think about McAfee. He's had questionable behaviors and maneuvers in the crypto markets in the past regarding his recommendations. And you got to remember, he's a well-known individual. So on smaller coins like Verge, for example, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. You know, if he comes out and says something, he's got 1 million followers or whatever he has. I don't know. Those individuals are going to act upon his recommendation. So it's self-fulfilling in some way. Now, to me, when Cliff High was spot on last year with his bots, that's a little different because he's taking actual data, pulling it in, saying, okay, this is what the collective consciousness of the web is saying. This is where we'll hit this, we'll hit that by this. A little different than just saying you have an algorithm that says it's going to be here on June 1st. Very skeptical. I don't know. You guys got to let me know. What do you think about that? Just got to shake my head, man. But the other article, the other topic, a more serious topic, and I'll leave the link to this one. This is from the EOS Reddit thread. It says here, EOS Canada's Alexandre Bourget. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. I don't know French. I'm assuming it's a French name. On their bug issues. He talks about their bug issues and the related doubts about being able to launch on time. So here's a screenshot from EOS Canada's Telegram room. And it says here, I was going through some video on YouTube. This guy says that some software bug which has been faced by EOS Canada. I was trying to understand whether it was right information and how critical it is. So then Alexander responds, it's solved already. B1 is doing an amazing job, believe me. So let's just read through some of these comments below in the thread. It says here, bugs are inevitable. Every new tech deals with unforeseen issues. EOS has the team and resources to handle all issues correctly and in a timely manner. If any issues cause dumps, I'm buying the dip. I gotta agree with them. I said this as well. There are going to be bugs in EOS. And so I'm ready. I'm going to be positioning myself for every bug that's found and there's a panic sale. I'm going to be buying the dips. This is part of publishing software. I have yet to see any form of software, whether it be an operating system, a mobile app, whatever it is, not have any bugs. You're going to have bugs, and you should assume you're going to see some bugs with EOS after the main launch. So I'm going to have some dry powder set aside, so when those bugs do come up, I'll be buying the dips. This is and I'll get into it a little bit further. I have a video we're going to watch of the live stream that EOS Canada had with the team of developers discussing this whole issue. These are really pioneering times that we're in, with first Bitcoin setting the standard, getting the whole cryptocurrency game rolling. Then you had the next level was Ethereum. You got to give credit to Ethereum for really pushing us forward. And now I see projects like EOS, Neo. I haven't looked into Tron yet, but these types of blockchain 2.0 or I'm going to say 3.0 projects are really going to push the envelope and make this community even better. Another guy here says, Illegal Alien 333, I have some big jobs at the end of the summer, so I'm okay with an EOS dump after mainnet. Although I bet the opportunity will be over by then and we'll see it settling around $25. Another guy said, of course, and by the end of this year probably will hit $40. Another guy says, not surprising at all. It's so easy for people to panic and repeat comments without doing critical thinking. Maybe EOS Canada can post something in a new thread to counter that video link. So I have a video. I want to give a shout out to my man Eurus. He's in the Webbot chat room. I think he's part of the EOS Swarm team, part of EOS Talks. He's very active in the community, and he actually gave me the bug in the ear about this situation, and I wanted to report on it to you guys. Here's a video that we're going to play that kind of goes over what was discussed with the EOS Canada team. So check this out real quick.
You can't resync. And those are known issues. They're going to get worked out. Hopefully by tomorrow, Block 1 should have another release, and all of those things. The resyncing was the main issue. Thereuld be a bad block, and then that block would just cause you to never be able to go further, and it would keep a lot of chains out-synced. But that's why we're doing these test nets, right? That's why we're doing these protocols, is to test those things out. And I think we're testing it to the full max capacity.
And let me throw something out there, because if we're to release a software in the wild that has critical fixes a few days before, maybe it's going to be worthwhile to think about not launching a mainnet on June 2nd, just because the snapshot is done. I think it would not be, I don't know.
It's not responsible. It's not responsible to do that. Yeah. I run a startup, and
I don't think we'll take that decision in this channel, but I think we'll see where we're at. Maybe tomorrow there'll be hopefully another release, and then we'll see.
Yeah, if this week we get a stable release or something that's smooth, I think I'll be more confident about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Otherwise, we can decide. So the challenge is this. I want to get the word out about that, because if we're all united, then we can decide to postpone. If there's a race to ship the mainnet first, that's very tricky. It's not a good situation, right? We don't want to rush that and ship a broken software in front of the millions of users with high stakes.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's why having a unified mainnet launched would be critical. Maybe we could have on-chain voting for a release date, right? Or something like that.
Yeah. And I also think that one thing that might be better is we also add in another rehearsal in like 2 p.m. China time every single day. So some of the issues that you guys are sleeping, we can continue to debug it.
It'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that starting tomorrow.
Great. Another thing to note is, even if the software, the version 1 is released, it doesn't have to be the first stage of that release that needs to be the mainnet. We could do like 3 stages of the version 1, right? And then the 5th stage is now the mainnet. We don't necessarily need to have on the first code launch, that's the software that we're going to use. So we can say, okay, at the 10th stage of this, that will be dictated as the main net, you know, or whatnot, because we'll have to go through the BIOS boot process. We'll probably have a few things fail because the code will be 1 day old, and like it's going to be. So we're going to assume that when we launch on the version 1, it's probably going to, you know, have a hiccup. Alex goes to work for an hour, and then we go back, and then we redo and come back, and until we have a really stable version 1, I think that's really the main goal, right? Is to have a really stable version 1 that we feel confident with. But it doesn't have to be the first launch. It could be launch 5 or 10 or whatever we're at.
Got it.
Are we done for the night?
Yeah, I'm good here.
All right, awesome, everyone. I will be posting the report of this session a little bit later. We will go back to work and fix as many issues as we can. And I am recording every session, so I will upload the videos on YouTube as well. So if there's anything you want to see, it's going to be there later today.
All right, so there you have it. That was the discussion with the EOS Canada team. This is great, man. I think, again, maybe this was the language that Cliff High was picking up on as far as bugs. But again, I'm pretty confident in the numerous teams, EOS development teams out there working hard to get this all squared away and find all of the bugs, as many as they can prior to the mainnet launch. Again, this is part of it, people. So I'm glad they found, you know, supposedly they found and fixed the issue, as I've showed you guys from that screenshot. I'll bring that up again. Alexander said here, it's solved already. B1 is doing an amazing job, believe me. So looks like it has been solved. But as the one gentleman did bring up, you know, should they wait? Because even though the patch was completed, or, you know, the bug was found and the patch was made, is it too short of a time period to release it right after a bug patch? Because normally when you do version updates, you fix one thing, somehow down the line, some way it breaks something else. So who knows? You guys got to let me know, how do you feel? Do you think they should still release it, or do like my man said, have a version release up to the mainnet? So still, you know, version 1 goes out June 2nd, and then they'll just kind of vote on the different versions until we get to mainnet ready type of version. Guys, gotta let me know what you think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And I'm sending that person who won that poll, I'm sending you an email today. Appreciate the participation in that. All right, it's your boy Crypto Blood. I'm gonna go put on my old English D hat today. Holla. Yeah. 5.0 into a brick.